Hi again. If your child isn't getting enough reading support at school, or if you're looking for help over the summer, you might be considering dyslexia tutoring. You've got more options than you probably think. Tutoring comes in a few different flavors. And in this video, we're going to go through what some of those options are, provide you some examples. They all provide direct, structured literacy instruction. They fall into three categories: working with a private tutor, signing up for specialized online tutoring service, or using a structured program at home where the parent acts as the tutor. Each of these approaches can work, but they have different trade-offs in terms of cost, flexibility, and how much support you're going to need. I'll walk you through how to choose between them, plus some examples of what families are using right now. And just a quick heads up, if you're looking for tools that offer skills practice or reading reinforcement, those are awesome too, but that's kind of a separate topic, and we'll cover that in the next video. So let's get started. Let's talk about private tutors. Private tutoring is the most similar to what schools provide and probably what you think of when you think of tutoring. Um, that's because many tutors use the same structured literacy programs that you might see at school. So Orton-Gillingham tutors, Wilson Reading, Barton, or SPIRE. The difference is tutors are going to work one-on-one most of the time. Usually the sessions are longer, more consistent, and they can move at your child's pace. That kind of individualized support can be hard to get in school where most intervention happens in small groups. Some tutors also use different approaches like speech to print with programs like LIPS or EBLI that are great for kids who haven't responded to more traditional programs. Tutors might meet in person or online, depending on just what you've got available in your area.
So where are you going to find these private tutors? You have a few options. I would start online, look at Facebook groups. Sometimes there are tutor Facebook groups, or there's just dyslexia specific Facebook groups for your state. You can also look for centers, tutoring centers. So Linda Mood Bell offers them to do LIPS intervention. The Scottish Rite offers options that are actually free dyslexia centers in a number of cities around the country. And you should also look around to see if there is a dyslexia specific school in your area. Often they have a tutor referral service that they'll offer where teachers at the school or people who have been through their training, they have a list of those who are available for outside tutoring.
If you're hiring a tutor, you should ask what programs you use. Are you certified in it? How often are we going to meet, and how do you track progress? I think those are the basics. Now let's talk about online tutoring services, because sometimes it's hard to find a great local tutor, or maybe you just want something that's a more tech-savvy setup, and you would like to consider a specialized service. These are not just tutors using Zoom. So most of them are a platform. They have their own structured literacy program. They have their own training programs and progress monitoring tools. We can go through a few examples so you get an idea what I mean. One is Lexercise that offers OG instruction with a built-in practice platform, and it includes certified OG tutors in some of their subscriptions. Another is Now, called Neurodevelopment of Words, and it combines literacy instruction with cognitive skill building. They have a really unique method and a very strong research backing. There are other platforms that have tutors who've just been trained in a specific curriculum, like EBLI Connect, which focuses on speech to print, or Dyslexia on Demand uses the Take Flight program and is taught by these highly certified academic language therapists. So each service is a little bit different. It helps to ask how their method works, how the tutors are trained, what the schedule looks like, a lot of the same questions you would ask the private tutors. Now let's talk about the parent-led programs. So some parents choose to teach reading themselves at home using a scripted curriculum. Not just homeschool parents, but ones who want to tutor their kids, often through like manuals and workbooks. And they also follow structured literacy, sensing a theme here, but they make it approachable for when you don't have a teaching background. So some of the popular ones in this area are Barton, Logic of English, and they typically include printed lessons, teaching guides, training videos. A lot of them have like a strong online community where parents can get support either from experts or each other. To make this kind of model work, you're going to have to make yourself available, stick to a schedule, do it like 4 or 5 times a week. But it can really work if you want to be hands-on or if the other options seem unapproachable price-wise. And for something simpler or more affordable, books like Toe by Toe or Hornet Literacy Primer, they offer structured phonics-based practice. Might be especially helpful for older kids who need review but not a full curriculum. And yeah, one last note before we wrap up. Whichever of these tutoring paths you choose, private tutor, online platform, or home-based program, just make sure it fits with what your child is already doing at school. Like if your school is using a structured literacy program that seems to be working, like Wilson or another OG-based method, adding a completely different approach at home might cause confusion or frustration. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try something new if the school approach isn't working, for sure. But it does mean just be intentional. Know what method is used at school. Ask whether your tutoring is reinforcing that or working against it. I'm sure the school will be happy to talk to you about it. Also, how much tutoring do they need? Are they already getting structured literacy quite a bit at school? Maybe you don't need a whole program over the summer. That's where reading apps and other innovative software can be a great fit. We'll talk about those more in the next video. So whether you're filling a gap or supporting summer learning, just try and stay consistent, and there are going to be options that work for you. You don't have to figure it all at once. If this video helped, give it a like. Check the description for our full parent guide and program examples and links, and questions to ask to help you decide what's right. You're doing the right thing by learning what works, and your child is lucky to have you in their corner. Let's keep decoding this together, and I'll see you in the next video.